Get lost, leech. You're not even family.
They hit me with that shade, arms crossed, no budging. The wheels started turning. Maybe it's time to peace out, and I spilled the beans to my hubby. In no time, he mapped out our exit strategy from his folks' pad. Down the road, the good old mill buzzed me, spitting fire, but hubby and I pressed mute and zoned into our groove. The universe had a way of serving some karma to the in-laws and sis-in-law. I'm Adeline, clocking in at 34 and rocking the remote work life. The universe dropped my guy, Tim, into my lap during a group blind date shindig. I've been on the timid side with romance. One past BF and that's the tally. My early grind left zilch time for dating, and the remote gig didn't exactly scream social butterfly. Concerned friends orchestrated the group gig, and bam, in came Tim. Typically I'd clam up around dudes, but Tim, he was all ears, tuning into my convo frequency. Other guys would check out or get antsy if I fumbled with words, cranking up my man jitters. With Tim, though, it flowed. Felt like he crafted this cozy chat bubble for me. Egged on my buddies, I went out on a limb and slid him my number. We grabbed some grub and, like clockwork, he was in sync with my talk tempo. Slowly, the chat floodgates opened. He lit up, dropping.
Feels like I'm vibing with the OG Adeline. You're a whole vibe. Love our hangouts.
Nobody had dished out such props to me, so I was floating. I got swept up in the feels. After a bunch of dinners and outings, he laid his cards out. When Tim popped the let's make it official question, I glowed tomato red. But man, was I on cloud 9. That's our love origin story. When I shared the scoop with my friends, they were ecstatic. Called it! You two are the real deal. Don't ghost me on that wedding invite. Whoa, step on the brakes. Wedding's way out there in the unknown. Come on, you're prime wedding material. I bet Tim's playing the long game. For real? Be on high alert for that ring. And brush up on those wifey skills. Okay, chill. Taking a page out of my friend's playbook, I thought time to level up my kitchen game. Living alone meant my cooking was, well, basic. You know, whip up something quick, scarf it down, rinse and repeat. But cooking for who? Game on. With my WFH perks, I dialed into the culinary universe. YouTube became my guru. From the looks of it, anyone could whip up gourmet stuff with the right tutorial. Some dishes were no sweat and tasted like 5-star goodies. The more I dabbled, the better I got. Soon, recipes took a backseat. Tim and I were cruising relationship lane, and D-Day arrived. Time to plate up. I dished out the beef stroganoff I'd been stewing over, and he was all heart eyes.
This is top notch. Seriously, the best beef stroganoff I've had.
Really?
You're whipping up some chef-level stuff here. Someone's future spouse is in for a treat.
Wait, spouse?
Totally. Adeline, you've got a rad vibe. You're a blast. That cooking game's on point. Plus, you're raking in the dough. You're the full package.
Me? The full package?
Absolutely. Honestly, I pinch myself wondering why a catch like you is with a dude like me.
Come on, I'm the one always wondering if you're genuinely cool with being with regular old me. I don't think I stand out, and I'm no supermodel.
Are you for real? I was smitten from the start.
You were into me from the get-go?
100%. That's why I was a ball of nerves at that social gig. Our first dinner, I was so jittery I couldn't even taste the food.
That floored me. I figured I was the solo jitterbug, but here he was, equally in the frazzle zone. Felt like this revelation just tore down a wall. Like we were on the same wavelength. We're kinda two peas in a pod, huh?
Couldn't have said it better.
Tim, I'm in this for the long haul.
Me too. Look, Adeline, I didn't come prepped with a sparkly rock, but I can't bottle this up. Will you marry me?
Of course, I'm in. Joy overload. Sure, looking down a future with my main squeeze was a biggie, but realizing we were both all in, with our quirks and hang-ups, was pure gold. I mean, the chances of bumping into someone this in tune are slim to none. This is going to sound super cheesy, but he's got soulmate stamped all over him. So, next on the docket was meeting the parents, but he gave me a heads up.
My family's kinda out there. If they toss some curveballs, I've got your back. Just shake it off, okay?
Okay. I won't lie, that flag had me on edge. If Mr. Sweetheart had to flag me down, I was bracing for a wild ride. D-Day with his clan rolled around. Hello, I'm Adeline. Step on in, came his mom's clipped greeting. Yeah, I got a vibes check real quick. In the lounge, his dad and sis held court. Here's your other half, Tim. Looks pretty vanilla to me.
Well, apple doesn't fall far from the tree, does it?
Their snark hit me like a freight train.
Whoa, back up. Why go 0 to rude? Say you're sorry. Adeline didn't sign up for this.
Why's your lid flipped?
Can't handle a little ribbing? Not when it's straight up bizarre for a first meet.
Okay, we heard you.
Swear, our kid's high-strung.
My jaw was on the floor. How was this the treatment on Tim's home turf? Enter stage left, another guy.
Cut the crap. That was out of line. Pops.
Turns out the guy Tim's dad labeled Pops was Granddad. The homestead was his domain, and it seemed Tim's folks and sis were crashing, all under the guise of looking out for wheelchair-bound Granddad.
Hey there, I'm Tim's granddad. It's awesome to have such a fantastic fiancé joining the crew.
Hello, I'm Adeline. Man, Grandpa was a real gem. His smile was just like Tim's. Gotcha, Tim must have gotten his chill vibe from his grandpa. Grandpa's aura flipped the iffy mood to chill mode real quick. The official intro to the family's sesh wrapped up and everything went well. I was kind of on edge about his family tossing shade at mine, but after hashing it out, we picked a swanky joint for the meet and greet. His crew dove headfirst into the grub. Guess the fabulous food set the mood because there wasn't a snarky word in sight. Fast forward, we had our big I do day. Our matchmaker buddies showed up, and yup, Grandpa was in the house. My friends raved about our killer wedding vibes, and Grandpa? He was all misty-eyed, beaming at Tim. Feeling that pride? Worth every second. Post-nuptials, we jetted off for the honeymoon and settled into the married life groove when we got back. Being a work-from-home gal, I rocked the home front. But on mad busy days, hubby would be like, chill, I got this. Then he'd whip up dinner, tidy up, or hit the laundry. Gotta love those hubby MVP moments. Weekends were filled with road trips, and soaking up those newlywed vibes. Things were sailing smooth, then bam! In-laws ring in with a curveball.
Grandpa's taking a turn for the worse. You two need to step up.
Man, felt like they were passing the caretaker baton without a heads up.
Whoa, wait, Grandpa was sick? And you've been living on his dime saying you're looking after him. Why the sudden bat signal? Just suck it up and help out. Hubby's protest didn't faze them. They were gunning for us to move in. We were super stressed about Grandpa. The in-law hotline was buzzing non-stop, nudging us to relocate. So we made the move. If they get snippy, let me know.
Will do. Appreciate it. Having Tim in my corner was a game changer. Once we nested, with me being home, his family pegged me for the chore champ. Mom-in-law was chilling, dad-in-law was retired. Sis-in-law was kind of floating job-wise, but all chores are, of course, on me. Knew this might go down, so I jigsawed work and chores. But silver lining was Grandpa chats during care time. His family's handoff vibe meant free flow talks with the old man. Despite the chore hustle, those Grandpa moments were heartwarmers. Post-work, Tim would roll up his sleeves for care and chores. Grandpa played defense if the family tried to trash talk during meals. It kept the snark level in check. We juggled the family chaos. Then Grandpa pitched.
With you guys here, let's jazz up the digs for you two.
He was talking full-scale renovation and extra space. I was feeling kind of guilty, but his family was all in.
When's go time?
Let's rock in the Reno stat. The family's hype caught us off guard, but hey, a peaceful workspace? I'm down. Renovation wheels started turning. In the meantime, we bunked in a rented pad, still juggling all chores and care. Watching the do-nothing squad move into a fresh space was kind of irksome. But it's family. Roll with it, right? Time zoomed and bam, renovation masterpiece unveiled. Walking into our revamped haven was a wow moment. For all he did, Tim and I shot Grandpa the biggest thank you ever.
Thank you so much, Grandpa Ben. You're a lifesaver. Don't mention it. It's the least I can do for you and Adeline.
Come on, we're always grateful for your help.
Really? That means a lot to me.
We gave Grandpa Ben all the thanks, but my in-laws and sis-in-law were radio silent, just goofing around in the updated pad. Their self-centered vibes upped my annoyance. Then out of the blue, Ben's health tanked, and he landed in the hospital. Tim and I bolted there, super stressed. Given he's clocking in at 85, we were always on health watch. We were there every day, but the in-laws weren't. Instead, they griped about me slacking at home.
You're always gone. Housework's gone to the dogs.
Worst daughter-in-law ever. Hey, I'm at the hospital, okay? And I do handle things at home. Zip it. Quit the sass. Stay-at-home wife doesn't mean you're queen bee.
Get lost, Leech. You're not even family.
They hit me with that shade, arms crossed, no budging. Chatting with them was useless. Bathing seemed like a plan. I spilled everything to Tim.
This is nuts. Let's loop in Grandpa, then we're out.
We laid it all out to Grandpa Ben, apologizing for the drama, especially after the renovation. He chimed in.
They've had enough passes.
And slid us a plan. Tim and I were game. Fast forward, we were moving. Got a salty call from my in-law, but we stayed in our lane, snipped ties. Radio silence on our end. They were cruising for a bruising. Life post-move was smooth sailing. A year zoomed by. Downtown, the in-laws ambush us.
There you are. Tim, we've been in the dumps since you bailed.
They looked rough.
Dad, you okay? What went south?
He asked, cool as a cucumber.
Bills piled up, lights went off, pantries dry. Grandpa ghosted us, then the house was sold.
We got booted out.
Kinda saw that coming, right? You gave Grandpa the cold shoulder and played us. Karma's doing its thing. Cut the talk. Spot us some cash.
Tim laid it out.
FYI, Adeline covered the bills back there. She's banking more from home than me.
What?
You took her for granted and threw shade. We're done. Zip on where we are, where Grandpa's at, or any dough. You milked that cow dry. Stand up and deal. Bye.
They were floored. The sis-in-law shacked up with some guy, then got the boot for freeloading. She is bouncing around, but folks are ducking her. She's nearly homeless now. And the in-laws? They're still living large now, swimming in debt. They've tried reaching out, but we're ghosts. On a high note, Grandpa Ben's on the upswing, chilling at a place close by. We drop by and it's heartwarming seeing him hanging out with new friends. Our plan is to roll with the good vibes, treasure our time with Grandpa Ben, and live our best lives.